Hey there, I'm Katie Shockley. I'm the Ag and Equine Pathway Coordinator, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about Chapter 3. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm excited to get to know you guys and have lunch with you here soon. I'm going to share my screen so we can look at some of this and learn a little bit first about me and then the pathway and then Chapter 3. So a few things about me. I love photography. I love my little dog Luna, who's right here. I grew up on a farm and ranch in Wheatland, Wyoming. And I went to the University of Wyoming and got a bachelor's of science in agriculture communications, and then a second bachelor's of science in management with a concentration in entrepreneurship. Following my time at the University of Wyoming, I just loved being a cowboy, and I knew I wanted to stay a cowboy. So I went to Oklahoma State University, go Pokes, and I got my master's of science in agriculture communications there. I am really passionate about agriculture and the industry. If you have any questions this semester about ag, what it is, or want to talk about some of those things we share in common, photography, our love for our dogs, come find me. I'm in Ag 106. My phone is 307-778-4335, or my email is kshockley@lccc.ui.edu. So quickly, I'm going to kind of talk about some of the things that the Ag and Equine Pathway offers. So we have a couple different degree offerings: the Associates of Applied Science in Ag and Equine. Then we also have our 2-year degrees, Associates of Science in Agriculture Business, Animal Science, or Natural Resource Management. And then we have 2 new credit diplomas that we just launched this fall in Equine Management and Ag Production Tech. One of the biggest things, whether you're in our pathway or not, I want to challenge you to think outside of the box. Ag is not always just cows and plows, I guess, as they say. It's more than just going out back to a ranch or a farm and running those. There's a lot of support industries for agriculture, and the food that we're going to be eating at lunch, it's all thanks to ag. So please take note that there's more to ag, and if you want to talk more about some of those careers, again, come find me. One of the things I love about our pathways is that we have a lot of teams and clubs that we offer. So we have our ranch horse team, our IHSA equestrian team, and they ride Western and Hunt Seat. We have our livestock judging team and our livestock show team. So those 4 teams, all students on those teams have different scholarship dollars associated with it. They all compete across the nation at various shows. So they do a lot of travel, and they really build a good friendship among their team members. So maybe some of you are already on one of these teams, or maybe you're looking to join. You don't have to be an ag and equine major to be on our teams. We have students that are from nursing to business to what have you, and they're also on our teams. So I think it's a good way, especially if you kind of grew up in ag, but you're like, I'm going to get a degree in something else, but I still want that connection with my fellow Aggies. It's a really good place to still get that connection and still stay involved. We are going to be launching an archery team this year, so stay tuned for that. We don't have all the details yet, but keep your eye out. If that's something that you enjoy, be sure to reach out, and I will make sure that you get information as soon as we got that club going. The Block and Bridle Club, I am the advisor for that club, and students, basically we just promote and educate the public on what agriculture is. And so students have gone and they've hosted a banquet. We did some fun things last year where we used the entrepreneurship lab with Minden Fox, and we embroidered mugs or engraved on mugs and embroidered t-shirts or pressed t-shirts. So lots of really cool things that we do with that one. And then there's the rodeo team. So rodeo is not technically ag and equine. It falls under athletics, but we like to claim it. So if you're on the rodeo team, good luck to you this year. If you aren't, you should definitely go check them out. They're a lot of fun to watch. We're going to be hosting the Sean Dewey Memorial Rodeo here this fall. And so I'd highly recommend going with your friends, gathering everybody up and checking out that rodeo. So let's get into chapter 3. This chapter was on action. And if you remember, Uncle Cleve was planning to open like a mechanical repair shop for cars. And he had his ice house, but he saw this other need and he said, you know what, I'm going to do that. I'm going to fill this need in the community and open a shop. So he had a lot of people that were like, I don't know why he needs to do that. These were those naysayers, which I'm sure we've had our own naysayers in our lives. People said that we shouldn't do something, maybe we shouldn't go to school, maybe we aren't smart enough to do that, or maybe we shouldn't compete on one of those teams because we've never done something like that before. Those are all the naysayers of our life. So on page 76, one of the things that I really liked was this quote. So as for many of those neighborhood conversations, many loaded with promise, they simply ended up dead in the ground as those who gathered to talk called it a day and they made their way back to their comfort zones. So this is the other point of the chapter. Those people that never follow through. I'm sure that we've all been victim of this. I know I have, where we've talked about doing something and then we're just like, you know, that's not really something that I do and I'm just not going to do it. So there's a lot of talk about it, but there's never any follow through. So one of the questions that I'm posing to you guys, and I want us to talk about when we have lunch together, is to give an example of this never follow through. What do you think stops them from following through with their thoughts or words? So another quote that I really liked on page 79 was, somewhere along the way, he saw the opportunity, mulled it over in his head, and shared a few conversations and stepped out to seize it. Again, this is about Uncle Cleve and him starting that repair shop, but it also relates to what they talked about later when Clifton saw that job posting and decided to go apply for a job that he was, you know, everybody was telling him he wasn't qualified for. So I want you to name a time when you acted on something and what was the result. So it's a lot about, life is a lot about taking action. Maybe it's taking action by being here at college, and I'm so proud of you guys. I'm excited that we get to work together this year. So maybe that's your taking action. Maybe it's something, you know, that you've done before or in your life that brought you to where you are now. And so I want you to really reflect on that. And I have a story that when we get together, I'd love to share with you guys that really relates to Clifton's job posting and him taking action. So again, those reflection questions: give an example of a never follow through. What do you think stops them from following through with their words, their thoughts or words? And then name a time you acted on something and what was the result. I'm looking forward to having lunch with you guys. I can't wait to meet you all. See you soon.